Man, what is up, everybody? And of course, this is your man GMO, aka non-GMO, and I'm getting my Ike Turner on right now, y'all. So excuse moi. But of course, I am joined by,
What does that mean, first of all?
huh?
What does that mean?
Because you cannot say, listen. Algorithms listen to everything. You hear me? And so I am not allowed to sit around here and say WB. Okay, if you can put that together, are you hip now?
Okay.
Okay, WB. So we'll leave it at that. So yeah,
Okay. Well, I'm the Blue Phoenix, and you are now tuned into.
both sides of the coin, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, hey, look, all we get is palm, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. If everybody remains calm, cool, and collective and patient with us, man, we are about to transition into our new studio. Okay, let's not get it twisted, y'all. We are going to be at Red Vision Studios ASAP, man. Damn, I forgot shit. So we signed earlier this month, and it should be ready probably about mid-June. We'll have everything in there. We'll be ready to strike and you know what I'm saying, bring in the clientele and do whatever. You dig? So yeah, we working out of house and home right now. So it's pretty cool, but it feels distant. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
nobody can really literally scissor each other, you know what I'm saying, with love
I
and all
know,
that
right? It
stuff.
just don't make it. Just don't feel right. You can't feel it. It just don't feel right.
Says the woman who has a favorite type, archetype of lap dogs or
First of all, y'all ain't gonna never let me let that down. I can't be honest with y'all without y'all keep on talking, but that's all right. I speak my truth. I'm good.
you know what? Everybody find it hilarious. Hey, listen, every woman has a fantasy, a fantasy. You dig? But it's all good. So, how's your week been so far?
It's been good. What we did Saturday, we was out with Dior helping her do a music video with the Expression Band or the Experience Band, I'm sorry. And they were dope. Everything was dope. Went up to do some work with the crew at Red Vision, and then Sunday, my sisters did a crab broil for, I mean, not a crab, seafood broil, same thing,
Hmm.
for the mothers. And I didn't do a thing because I told them I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want none of that. I ate some croaker though; it was so good.
Can I
But
ask you a question?
yes,
I don't mean to cut. You know what? Finish, and then I have a question after that. Go ahead,
I
finish.
was. It
So
wasn't
Croker
nothing.
was so
Okay,
good, and then what? And then what
yeah,
else
yeah, it
happened?
was good. And then Monday, it was just basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's it.
What else was good about the whole getting together on Mother's Day?
Uh, I didn't want to get together, but the fish was good. I just wanted to not do anything. I just wanted to not see people that I see all the time.
Hmm.
I just did not want to do anything. But it was nice, that they took the time and I was most so glad that they did it for my mom and that we all got together, took pictures and stuff like that.
Hmm. That's different. That's different. But I gotta ask you, and we need to deliberate this. We need to understand what the hell is really going on with y'all as women. Okay, is there a certain hankering, as the white folks like to say? Is there a hankering for cockroaches? Like, I mean, they're all cousins. They're all interrelated. You dig what I'm saying? One lives under the sea. Okay, sing it
Yeah,
with me. Under the
under the
sea.
sea.
All right,
That's
and
what I
then
told them they was gonna smell like.
okay,
Go
all right.
ahead.
And then the other cousins live exactly in our houses and come from Germany for the most part. Okay. Um, what's funny is that I've never heard anybody none of my compadres that went to Germany complain about cockroaches, but we have German
Mhm.
cockroaches over here. This is the weirdest thing. That's diabolical. That has to be some COINTELPRO like invasion type
Oh
shit.
my
Okay.
gosh.
But what is it about seafood with women? And seafood is vast.
Right,
That
yeah. Fish
right.
and everything, yeah. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know. I like fish. Um I over the years, I've never really been a big seafood person except for fish. But
Mhm.
I know everybody I know likes the crabs. They like the shrimp. They like the mussels. They like the clams. They like all types of stuff.
Right.
And I honestly am not sure what it is.
You
I'm not
sure?
sure. Other than the taste, I don't know. Other than
So,
that, I don't
but
know.
you have to elaborate, because even if you don't necessarily bother with it on a daily basis, it seems that when it comes to celebration, and I don't know if it's regional, you know what I'm saying,
And
the East Coast
maybe
thing
it's
or a
because
coastal
it
thing.
could be coastal, and maybe it's because that's kind of like exquisite in a way. Hey DC, he said it's an aphrodisiac. The clam, not the clams. The oysters is
Everything,
supposed to be
oysters,
aphrodisiac.
oysters.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
oysters supposed to be aphrodisiac.
Hey,
But I think
listen.
it's because just like steak is a expensive thing. I think when you do celebrations, you want expensive things. Seafood is expensive, so I guess it makes it feel like it's special.
So I ain't even gonna lie to you. Every time I've ever been to the Wolf, when they used to have the stand-up joints where you could just sit there, you know what I'm saying, and eat your oysters fresh, you know what I'm saying, whoop-de-woo. All the women had their men out there eating oysters. Like now, oysters do have a certain aphrodisiac effect on men because it's full of testosterone building blocks. You dig what I'm saying? So I get that. But for women, I'm still trying to figure out, like, what the fuck? Like, there's such thing as ODing, right? And so, like, even prior to and like 3 months after the season is out, man, it's like smuggling drugs into Maryland. You know what I'm saying? PG County, DC, all of that. It's like
And
they've seen it. That's their
I think
thing.
it is kind of coastal because we are here and we have so much access to seafood, so maybe it could be that. A lot of us grew up on it. They've always had crab roars. They've always had, access to it. So I guess,
First and foremost, let's go
it.
ahead. Crab boils are new to this region because we
What?
had a lot of people from New Orleans, you know what I'm saying, come in, you know what I mean? We never really did crab boils.
True, but we always
steamed.
had the crab.
Right.
And so I guess the broil part, yeah, with the sausage and all that stuff, yeah. But we've always had a table full of crabs and newspapers, and you had little hammers. So the crab has always been a thing here. So I guess
What does it do, since it's aphrodisiac, right? What does it do to women's vaginas? How do you feel after you eat a crab? What do you feel like?
I don't feel anything because what did he say? Put it back up.
Jesus.
Couples who eat at least 2 portions of seafood a week
Get
have more
pregnant
sex and get
faster.
pregnant faster. Researchers say that protein-rich food.
Whoa.
Oh, well, I didn't need seafood for that. So
I did not know that
I
was what it was. Yeah. Yeah. I thought that the prices made somebody feel like the ultimate sugar daddy and was like, yeah, you got fuck. Like, you got to do something out this joint. You dig? We lost Phoenix. Hello, Phoenix. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
But I did not know that it did all that. Hey, look, thank you, Scientist G Baby, aka DC Thornberry, man. If y'all don't get a chance, man, listen, we got a slew of things going on, y'all. So we do have to talk about that. Excuse me. Maybe I need some crabs. But the actual the actual comedy special with G Baby, man, is coming up, y'all. Look, we almost finished editing. It's about to be dope, y'all. Shits and giggles. Make sure y'all check that on Red Vision on YouTube. You dig what I'm saying? If you can't catch it, you know what I'm saying, anywhere else, we will definitely post the links. Make sure you check out my page. Red Vision TV. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. It's a whole lot of Red Vision. Yeah. We got cinema. We got everything going on, y'all. So it's a multitude of things that we have going on. The studio is about to pop up, all that good stuff. So make sure y'all check out G Baby, man. Funny guy. You dig what I'm saying? Northwest. You understand me? He in the motherfucking joint. I don't know what the fuck possessed him to move to goddamn New York. I don't get that shit. I don't get that
that's
shit.
Your friend.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Keefson? Hey, look, if I call him Keefson, he gonna cuss me out. But anyway, so yeah, my week has been crazy. It's been chill, but it's been crazy because there are substantial things mounting up. So recently over the weekend and leading up to this day, the pinnacle of $3 to $4 gasoline, and people in North Carolina and Virginia selling out. See how he talked to me? Look, that's my battle buddy, man. Look. That's my battle buddy, man. But leading up to this point, it's been a sellout of gasoline all over, the southern states. Well, at least within those two states, North Carolina and Virginia. My coworker was talking about that. And he only lives right in Fredericksburg, which everybody knows that's damn near the DMV. That's not right. That far. What the hell is going on? You tell me. Phoenix.
No, you tell me. Do you telling us about your weekend?
So it's been a headache. People have been buying gas by the droves, and I woke up one morning and was like, I know damn well,
right,
that is not $3. I know damn well that's not $3 gas again. You dig? Shout out to the Democrats for getting hacked, but of course, they got hacked, everybody. So I don't know how everybody else is out here feeling, but are you scared? Are you panicked?
No. I never really panic when stuff like this. It seems like it's just the norm now. We just go through this whole cycle of stuff, and usually around summertime to get high anyway. So it was bound to happen, depending on who's in office.
$3.
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, sometimes we get up there, and you know how it is when the Democrat gets in office. Things go up.
When is the last time we seen $3 gas?
Probably
Obama, yeah, very true. And everybody out there, we do have Just Star in the house.
Hi, Just Star. How are you?
Hey.
Tell everybody in the coin world who you are.
I am Just Star 1/5. That's 1/5, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
Yeah,
you know how to drink. Stop thinking like you don't go get fifths. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with the audience. Yeah.
Look at you. See, be nice. I'm a guest here.
He's talking about you.
Go ahead, continue.
Who, me?
Yeah. You said you 1/5. I mean.
I said of the other show, 1/5. Of the No Filter show.
All right, now we got a shout out going on, man. Hey, look. So what's been up with you? How was your week, man?
It was good. It was really, really good.
Yeah, that's it. No details. Did you?
Nope.
Scratch an itch?
Look. Sometimes you got to just put the details in your back pocket and close it.
Listen,
I like that kind of week. Okay,
you are not Vegas. You cannot sit up here and not talk about your week thus far. You dig what I'm saying? So I tell you what we'll do is, since I do have two queens in the house, tell me about. Well, we already heard Phoenix side of Mother's Day. How was your Mother's Day, Star?
My Mother's Day was quiet.
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Oh, look at DC Thornberry. No, I did not. See, look at you.
Hey, she been up there using that rose, bruh. She been up that joint using that rose. That is a big deal, man.
Nah,
and y'all haven't been tempted to buy the rose. Y'all don't want no clitoral stimulation.
I'm scared.
No head sucking. No.
No, not from that. No.
Not right. Not from a machine. No.
And what? It's not a machine. It's a rubber ducky with a hole in it. It's just shaped in a rose. I looked at it. I was like, this is a fucking rubber ducky. Like, we used to suck the water in the rubber ducky, right? You ever drowned a rubber ducky? Like, I remember that shit. You take it and squeeze it, and it would absorb the water. That's exactly what the fuck it is. Like, real shit.
Right. Things like that, not supposed to be on those parts of you. I don't have time for that. No, I'm scared. Something might burn, catch fire. I don't have time. I just don't have time.
It's a clit pump. It's like a cock pump, but a clit pump. I never knew women like their clit like really suck solamente. Like, I thought it was a game, like, figure eights and shit like that. Like, you in and out and you're doing this and you're doing that. Talk to me, y'all.
That's part of it. But
Star Cunnilingus 101. What is it that women truly enjoy first and foremost before everything else?
What we truly enjoy is cunnilingus, and not just not the suck. I don't know. I just can't get with it. I can't get it.
Oh man, they did that for population control. That's funny as shit. That's funny as shit. That's funny as shit. I posted a meme earlier, and DC was on that shit, man. And it was about a dude ashing in the rose. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw
He had a
that.
cigar that
God, oh my God. I know they broke up. They broke up.
Immediately. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh, you don't even know why. He's just like,
hey, look, but I'm not gonna hold the audience. Let's get right into it because we do have our special guest here, man. Of course, she is 1/5. We are 3/5 of the No Filter Show, y'all. So tomorrow, man, y'all best to pay attention because Star's in the house, y'all. So you know it's a special occasion. So let's get right into it, y'all. So 3 kids, okay? A woman with 3 kids does not like a man with kids. She rather would have a man with no kids. Ladies, y'all can go in further details. What is this story about?
go ahead, Star, since you brought it to our attention.
Okay, so
Star. Oh, okay. Well,
so, go ahead,
what she told us was a young lady, like you said, had 3 children. She prefers to date single men. I mean, I think, well, of course, single men, but men with no children because she wants all the attention.
Okay.
For her and her children. And that's stupid and kind of selfish. But that's what it was. So, and the thing is, this is very common, not for a reason that she wanted it, but it's very common that I hear people say that they don't want to date someone with children, and men and women, not just women, but men and women don't want to date, someone with children even though they have children, because they don't want to deal with the baby mother, the baby father. They don't want to deal with all that. But a lot of people that I know prefers to date women or men with children if they have children.
That's the majority of your friends.
Now, no, a good a lot of not only my friends, a good a lot of people. Some of my friends won't date nobody with kids.
Okay.
So it's a good amount that will, though, that prefers to do that.
So let me ask you this: the friends that you do have that don't want to date men with kids, do they have kids? Do they have children? Are they out the nest? Are they 18, 21? What is it about
I think, some of them do have children out the nest, so they prefer not to have like to start over or whatever, or have to deal with possible baby mama drama, or I don't like calling people baby mother, baby father, but drama from the other parent and all this other stuff. So I get that, but if you really like this person, I don't see why that should be a problem. And then with people who have children, they prefer, the people that I know prefer men with children, because that way, if they get serious and get together, it's a possibility that they may not want more children.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's different. Now, Star, what is your viewpoints, and who have you been around that feels the same as the lady, you know what I'm saying, that came up with this idea?
Yeah.
We can hear you a little bit. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened to my headphones. I guess they went out. Either way, I mean, I don't know nobody personally with that opinion. Most of the people I know, it doesn't matter one way or the other. But I am noticing online that a lot more women, like I'm in a Facebook group or whatever, and a lot of those women in there are late 20s, early 30s, have children, but don't want the man to have children because they want him to devote his time to her. So, of course, that's very selfish, but I'm just like, wow, to see how many women are now actually admitting that that's how they feel. Even though they have children of their own, they don't want to date you if you have kids.
I have run into that on the dating scene. I have met women that were very disgusted by the fact, and back then I only had one. I had mine early. You know what I'm saying? I had my first one very young. So it was very weird. And I don't know if they were counting pockets or change, you know what I'm saying? Possible child support, focus, you know what I mean? As y'all brought up. But what is in the woman's psyche to where they want a slave? That sounds like slavery to me.
How so?
Because here it is. You should be judging a man on how he treats his kids, his
Yeah.
mother,
Yeah.
family, period, a family dynamic, if that's
Right.
your goal. But the way it's sounding now is that they're thinking financially, how much
Well,
purpose does that man have?
financially and attention. They want to be the sole attention. And if a person has children, then they have to split their time and attention with their children, which if you have kids, you should be more understanding of that fact.
But
So
women don't want too much attention, correct, Star?
I can't speak for all women. I don't know what all women want.
You have been around here some years, and you have heard all the ratchets. You have heard all the healers like Phoenix. You have heard all the cool friends, the ones that are poly, anything that you could think of. I'm pretty sure you've been around, right? What is it about women that have that thought process of men with no kids, and them having kids? What is it about women and control? That sounds like control to me.
Well, I mean, to a small degree, yeah, it is control, but that all is individualized by each woman because you don't know each woman's past. You feel where I'm coming from? One of them, she may feel like she needs to be in total control, and maybe she was molested as a kid, so she couldn't control, that. So now, as a fully functioning adult woman, she wants to control everything. It's just no way of really knowing what puts a woman, in that mindset. Honestly, though, to play devil's advocate, I don't see nothing wrong with that thinking or expressing that thinking. Let me change that. I don't see anything wrong with them expressing that thinking. And it's hard as hell dating right now, finding somebody that's going to tell you the truth out the gate. So she telling you up front she's selfish. I don't want you to have any kids. Can't do nothing but respect that, because not a lot of women is going to tell you that. You're going to get with her and she's going to be treating your daughter funny and you don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, coming from that angle, I agree if they're honest. Okay, but the fact that you can have that attitude and you have children, meaning that somebody's coming to you, you have children, which means you have a children's father or father's dependent, I don't know. He's going to have to deal with that eventually, one way, or another. How can you have that attitude?
I mean, I think this way of thinking has been out there for a very long time. I think it's just more being shared more. And I think the shock is that it's coming from women because people automatically expect women to be nurturers. And that's not always the truth. Yeah. But like, for instance, for me, so when I was younger, I used to really enjoy having a sugar daddy or two. They want to take me out. They want to spend their money. They don't want sex. They just, want something young and cute on their arm to show off to their friends. And they're fine with spending money on you, for that pleasure. I can't speak on the sugar daddy situation now because I'm older and I'm over it and I don't really know what's going on now. But back then, that was the situation. And more often than not, those sugar daddies, preferred if if somebody else had your kids or if you didn't have kids, so that you could just get up and go whenever they call you. You feel where I'm coming from? And they had kids, but they were older. So that means that their kids were older, probably already out of the house or living with the mothers. So they didn't have to deal with their own children on an everyday basis. And they expected you to be able to do the same thing. So that thinking has been out there for a long time. The only newness is that they're speaking up on it, and it's more women saying that that's how they feel.
No, but that scenario is different because they're older and their children are older. This scenario, the children are still in the home. So that's a little bit different.
Yeah, but women have, the proverbial biological clock. So that means they automatically move faster than men anyway. So a woman is not going to wait for your kids to be grown and out of her way because she wants everything now. So the only difference, like I said, is, the older guys, their kids are grown. It's not really much of a difference to me in either scenario, except the shock value of women saying it.
Okay. So now that you done put it in that perspective, let me tell y'all what men think about women with kids when we don't have any kids. Okay. When we've ever gone over to a situation where a woman has children, the first thing that we observe is, can you control your fucking problems?
Mm.
Now, if a woman cannot control her children, we look and we talk shit now. This is barbershop talk, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there on Front Street. The first thing that we think of, who the fuck is she talking to when you can't even have your children sit the fuck down for 5 minutes?
Mm.
That is the bigger problem, because women, unfortunately, I'm sorry, but y'all are better nurturers than we are. We are disciplinarians, yes. We can make shit shake, but for y'all to not be able to do it and kids don't pay y'all any fucking mind, we sit back and be like, she can't tell me nothing. I can't be with her. Real shit. It's real shit.
Yeah.
I mean, even down to the intimate moments where we're trying to be intimate and you have disrespectful children running in and out of the rooms, doing whatever the fuck they feel like in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's way more of a burden on men than it is for women. With a man with children, 9 times out of 10, we're gonna make their ass go to bed because we are focused. We're different. We're focused. We don't nurture. We teach. We show. You know what I'm saying? We are about action. But the first thing that men follow, is that the reason why we're turned off, and most men don't like women with children, especially if they're successful. God damn, I'm about to get my Kevin Samuels on. The reason, if they are successful, that motherfucker. Hey, look, I sound just like this motherfucker right now. Yeah, I'm sorry, ladies.
No, you don't.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
that guy.
It's all
I'm
right.
not that
Go
guy.
ahead.
Don't sugarcoat for him. Yes, you do.
I got children. I got 3. So you know what I'm saying? I never really made a big fuss, but even then, it's like, okay, I'm observing now. How much control does she have over them? Because women seem, and the way that, you know, y'all are voicing it and how y'all are showing it right now is that women want to control the situation. And the first thing we pay attention to is how much control does she have over her own life, period, overall. But your kids are a direct reflection, because they live with you on a daily basis, because the system is set up that way, that the kids live with you on a daily basis. Why the fuck are they not listening to you? And who are you to talk to me as a man and tell me anything? And I'm supposed to bow down. Really? How do y'all feel about that viewpoint when it comes to the consensus of men? Because I will speak for all men on this one. That's
not a shock. That's not shocking, and I would expect, especially if you don't have any children, to feel that way. You know, come in and try to figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess I can see that. Well, I don't guess. I do see where you're coming from as far as that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anybody? Go ahead. Let's go.
I mean, like I said, it's different for each individual woman, because some men like that. You feel where I'm coming from? Some men like a selfish woman that wants all of his time and his attention. You know, at the end of the day, with y'all being the disciplinarians for the children, y'all also are, I guess, the hunter, as you like to call it. However, the point is, there's some men who like to feel needed. You feel where I'm coming from? And so with that being said, some of them like those types of ideals. For me, it's not a bow down thing. You feel where I'm coming from? If I'm in a relationship with you, I would naturally want the best for you and assume that you would want the best for me. So I would give you advice that's only going to better you. But at the same token, you're still a man, and I still understand that it's up to you to take that advice or not.
So I'm sitting around here with a bunch of unicorns.
I mean, it's just the truth. For me, in a situation like that, let me tell you what matters. It's not so much that you didn't listen to me. I'm not nagging you. You feel where I'm coming from? I told you if you had listened to me, then this would happen. No, it's, did you make my opinion? Did you make me feel like my opinion was valued when I talked to you? If you decided that you wasn't going to do it, like the biggest thing that I hate, and it happens in my life a lot. I'll tell somebody something that's like really, really great advice. Like I'm talking about relationship wise, and then they won't act on it until somebody else tells them the exact same thing. And then I got to come back and say, but I just told you that. You feel where I'm coming from?
Gotcha.
Did you make me feel like my opinion was valued? How you make me feel and how you treat me is above all. All the other little petty stuff can sit to the wayside. So it's not a bow down situation for me, because we're supposed to be moving as one unit. You either dating for fun or you dating to find a lifetime.
Okay.
I ain't trying to fun with you. I got male friends where we can go out and shoot pool or bowl or whatever. So if I'm trying to get into a relationship with you, that means that I'm trying to do something serious with you. So it's all about how we treat each other for me.
Got you. Now, speaking of discipline, okay, there was a story that you brought up, Star. There was something that you was talking about a woman or a girlfriend being upset about the discipline of their children from the new girlfriend.
Oh yeah, was it the wife?
That was Phoenix. That was Phoenix.
Was it me?
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, that
okay,
was you.
one of us brought it. Okay, so what it was, it says should your significant other be able to discipline your children from another person? And I think it was the new wife. The wife disciplined the children from his baby mother, and it was an issue. So how do y'all feel about that?
For me, it's how do you treat my children? You feel where I'm coming from? The biggest thing that I've seen that really, really irks my nerves is a new relationship will start. You don't discipline your own kids, but you feel like you're supposed to be disciplining mine. You feel me? That's a no. If you don't pop your children, don't be popping on mine. Because see, if the roles was reversed, I'm going to treat your child like I gave birth to your child. I'm going to love your child, and you're never going to have to feel like your baby is on the outside just because I'm now in a relationship with your ex. I've never done that. I'd never do that, Sadly, though, there's not a lot of women who think along those lines. I've also seen, situations where the girl was treating, the baby from the previous relationship really shitty. I don't want to have to worry about stuff like that.
It's been a lot of examples of that. It's so disgusting.
Yeah, but you know what that's about though? Somebody still wants to be with their ex. I mean, can we just be honest? You hear the term bitter baby mother a lot. Look at me segueing into something else already.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
But you very seldom hear bitter baby father. And the truth of the matter is there's a lot of those. Like, I won't go as far as to naming, exes or things like that, but there's no shame in my game. I have 5 children. All their fathers have said at one point in time that they did something or was hoping to get me pregnant. Just like there's a lot of mentalities of some females who feel like I'm going to have this baby and I'm going to keep him. There's actually a large amount of males who feel the same way. I'm going to get her pregnant so I could keep her around.
Who are these Negroes and how do we put them on? Like, these sound like all the Negroes on Maury Povich. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if that baby ain't mine. I love that baby. No, I'm not that one. Are any of your baby fathers light skinned? Are they light skinned?
Oh shoot!
Yeah, one of them.
One. He was on that same shit. All of them said the same.
He was the first. Listen, he was the first one to say that to me. Like, when I say I was floored by the revelation, so I was always the type who wanted to be protected. You feel where I'm coming from? So every doctor's appointment, I would go, I get some condoms. Every time, I went to Baloo, they was coming up there passing them out.
Okay.
I would take him to his house and put him in the drawer. And like any other female, who's a teenager, because I was a teenager at the time, would count him to make sure he's not messing around. The condoms was always there. The problem was me leaving him in his care. He admitted after I told him that I was pregnant with our daughter, which was my first child. He admitted that he had been poking holes in the condom on purpose, like putting holes in them. And I was hiding my birth control pills from my mother. He was admitting that he would get up maybe an hour or two before me, and he would take the birth control pill for that day and flush it down the toilet. So when I get up, I would think that I already took it and I wouldn't remember that it's not there. And he told me that he was doing those things on purpose to get me pregnant. Relationship 2, I was a little older, but him intentionally breaking the condoms and then admitting, I was trying to get you pregnant. Listen, like I said, there are some men out there who will try to get you pregnant to keep you in their life forever.
what type of vagina do you have? I want women to explain to me. You see, what you're failing to talk about is what is it made of, and how can we study it? Okay,
Flesh and muscle, goddamn it!
Like, no, because look, I have been through everything. Okay, I have seen it all. Okay, tricks. They can blow they can smoke cigarettes out that motherfucker. I done seen it all. Okay, but I have never in my life. Look, Red Snapper. Shut up, yeah. Hey.
Somebody said Red Snapper.
Wagwan. She's part of the Caribbean massive, man. Wagwan. Hey,
basically, look, I want these rainbows and glitter. I know that's right.
What is it? What is it that would possess a man enough to feel like that he would want to sabotage a woman that didn't want children at that time? Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be honest with you because we have these conversations, as y'all know from the other show and from us just generally being family to one another. Ain't no shame in my game ever. I will talk about whatever it is and it just be what it is. Honestly, they said the relationship was great. Like they haven't met anybody like me. You feel where I'm coming from? A lot of women say, oh, I watch football. You know what I'm saying? He could bring me around his boys and it'd be all good. And I could be a lady and be a freak in the bed and all this old craziness, right? Well, in my experience, they said that they hadn't actually ever met a woman that's really like that. So that is I got to keep her around forever. I don't know if she'll marry me, but if I got a baby with her, she kind of stuck with me. And then the sad thing about it, then they'll turn out to, once you don't want them, they don't want to be bothered with them kids. And I've heard a lot of women be in that seat. I'm telling you, if women just open up more, you would be shocked to see how many men are like, I'm going to get her pregnant, but as soon as she don't want me, I'm out.
As the founder, I'm sorry, Star, I have to cut you off because as the founder of the Light Skin Coalition, and
here we go,
as the representative for most light-skinned human beings out here. Okay?
Lord have mercy.
Right? Even females. I'm representing you right now. Shut up.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up. I'm representing your ass right now. Okay. We do have a female.
Go ahead and represent. Go ahead and represent. Go ahead.
I have never in my goddamn life, and if I could go back in time, and I realize how much child support cost me in life. All of the whole phases that I skipped, okay, as a man, because I had to go out here and work. And women alone, why in the hell would I force that on a woman? You dig what I'm saying? That is so weird to me. It's actually inconceivable because most of us are wired to the point where it's like, nah, man. Like, nah. Like, I'd rather not. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, no shiny light skin. Fuck everybody out there. I'm glistening right now here because I got the light on me and shit. But that's a different story.
But I told y'all maybe y'all don't remember that a guy tried to get me pregnant. I was still a virgin, and he told me he wanted me to have his baby, and that we wouldn't have to have sex. He would just ejaculate into something, and he wanted me to pour it in myself. He wanted me to incubate myself.
Oh, you were dealing with a Mormon.
No, I was not. And guess what he was? Guess what he was? No, because he knew I wasn't going to have sex. I was not having sex. I was very strong with that. And he was like, I just want you to have my baby. And he was a light-skinned dude.
How old was he?
I was 15. He was like 17.
That is so weird. Did y'all do that at the church? Was he church going?
No. He lived around, we was in Capitol Heights. He lived around Capitol Heights. And yeah, he liked me. And I was like, no.
So Star, hearing that, can you imagine a man jerking off in a cup by himself and saying, pour this within you? Like, what?
Take this in remembrance of me.
Go ahead, Star. Go ahead. I'm done. I'm shutting the fuck up. Go ahead, Star. Go ahead.
I've been in that situation.
What?
So that's not news to me. He was like, yeah, well, I was a virgin too at this time, around the same age as we did. He was like, well, I know that you're not ready for all of that, whatever, but I just want you to have my baby. So I'm just going to play with it until I'm about to come. And I'm just going to put it on the lips and get you pregnant. I'm like, nigga, hell no.
So this must have been like pre-DNA test, like before the technology was really popular. Because I think,
don't play with me.
Exactly. I was about to say that. Damn well. Come on now. That was only like 20 something years ago.
I have never been that in love a day in my fucking life.
The thing is, I wasn't even dating this dude.
Yeah.
I was not dating him. I would say hi. Y'all know me. I'm friendly. I speak to everybody. He just liked me.
It happens more
That
often
is so
than not.
weird, man. That is so weird.
Ladies who are listening, chime in. Have you ever had a man tell you that he got you pregnant on purpose or that he want to get you pregnant? I'm trying to tell you.
Y'all really cannot pick men, can you? Y'all really cannot pick men.
I didn't pick him.
No. I understand that. But we're talking about the stars of the world. Okay, we talk about the woman that has unicorn hoof in her pants. Okay, that every baby father that she has said that they wanted to have a child. Like most men are like, I got that plan B in the car now. You better pop that bitch. That's me. Yeah, they used to know me. Hey, yeah. Anytime I've ever made a mistake, they used to know me. Okay, like, hey, young, you fucked up. Like, I've been dating her for like a year or 2 years. Hey, look, we ain't ready yet. Okay, plan B is upon us. You must pop this goddamn pill. You understand? Like real shit. Like, nah, you ain't baby worthy. You dig? Like, I'm different. Damn. I think I'm dark skinned. Yeah, I think I need to start the dark skin coalition.
You ain't baby worthy.
You need to stop.
He was trying to end his relationship with that statement. He was trying to get rid of her. You ain't baby ready. Man,
there are some women that don't need babies, though. There are. I'm with you on that one, though.
Listen, I mean, it's true, but the point is, I'm just speaking solely on how most women will respond to a man telling them that. You feel me? Whether it's the truth or not. She probably put the Jets on the back of them Nikes and got out of there. Relationship done. I'm not baby ready. What?
That is not how it works. That is not how it works. That is not how it works. Anytime a man shows resistance or he shows any type of discipline, a woman wants to break that barrier. It's kind of like us chasing y'all. Or, matter of fact, a recent topic that's been going on that has been making headlines everywhere is the atypical, hey, babe, you need to smile more. What is it about a man telling y'all to smile? Let's talk about that. I got my ideas of why y'all hate that, but let's jump right into that, man. Fuck all that other stuff. Why is it that a man can't tell y'all to smile randomly?
I think it depends on our mood. Some people, okay, when I was dealing with a lot of stuff and I just didn't realize that I wasn't smiling, I didn't know. And so when people would tell me to smile, it would kind of irritate me because I'm like, I am. I didn't realize that I wasn't. But I think somebody telling you to do something, we stubborn. We don't like to listen. Some of us. And just telling us to smile, I don't know. I guess it's like you telling us what to do or you trying to tell us to do. I don't know. Some people don't like that. Some people don't like you telling them what to do. I don't know. Star.
I immediately just feel like, what you want? Because you want something. Because why are you talking to me? Now, that don't mean I respond rudely to them. I might bust out laughing and say hello. But my immediate thought is, what do you want?
Okay, so let's get a consensus. Because I have my ideas of why you don't like it as women, right? But let's go over statistics because both of y'all have lived a plentiful life so far, right? Thus far. You guys are all on the verge of, okay? I'm not going to say your age, but y'all are on the verge, okay? How many times a day, when you walk the average street, okay, may Albay going to Safeway, even in the Giant, how many times have you been approached with that same line over and over again? Give me a 24-hour day, regular walking, sandals, don't give a fuck, bonnet, it don't matter. You can be ugly, whatever the fuck that day, you can be done up. How many times have you heard a man ask you that or tell you to do that?
It'd be easier to tell you how many times somebody says something different than that. That's everybody's go-to. All the dudes' go-to line.
Either that or hey, beautiful. It's one of those.
Okay. Yeah. Star, go ahead.
All I did was unmute. Okay.
All right.
I think for me, the funniest line ever, I went to the little store on Willow Road down at the bottom. And all the dudes was looking and I was going in the store. Of course, they don't say nothing at first because they want to see how fat your ass is. But I could hear them saying, I'm gonna say something to her when she come out. The other one was like, nah, I got it, or whatever. So they battling over who gonna say something. I come out, they wait till I get like midway of the crowd, and it's like these is youngins, right? I think the oldest one looked to be about maybe 19 years old. So you could clearly tell that these is teens. They wait till I get about knee deep in them. It's about 5 of them. I'm walking by. One of them was like, hey, shorty. And I turn my neck around, getting ready to cuss his young ass out. This little nigga bust out, give me a kiss. I died laughing so hard. I was like, you got game, youngin.
I probably would have laughed at that too.
Yeah,
I would have laughed at that too.
Hilarious as
I'm like,
hell.
boy,
Like, oh my
come on
God.
about your business.
Hey,
But you know what? If I was a young girl, it probably would have been different for me because of the fact that he said something different than what I'm used to hearing.
I would have still waved them off. I did not play them games when I was younger. You really had to, in order to get my attention, you really had to be different because I got attention all the time and I didn't like it. And I was very tomboyish, but I had boobs, I had all that other stuff. And so it would irritate me when I was younger because I got attention from everywhere. So if he had said that when I was younger, I would still be like, whatever, get out of my face. Let's go play football or something. Now, for real though, I'm like, whatever. So now, instead of going through the time when I wasn't feeling, I was angry or whatever, now I'll smile first. If I'm walking down the street, I'll give a little smile. And I just say, hey, how you doing? To kind of stop that unexpected or expected, hey, beautiful, da da da. I speak first. And then I go about my business.
I used to tell women they got boogers in their nose. That is the hell of an icebreaker.
What?
One hell of an icebreaker. If you can make a woman feel vulnerable for 5 seconds and you still look at them and say, so how you feeling today? After you say they got a booger in their nose, it works every fucking time. Hey, look, young niggas out there, if y'all listen, hey, look, my sons, when y'all hear this when I'm gone, because I know they're going to hear this shit on YouTube. Thank God for Rock. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, look, listen. When they hear this, always say, hey, young, but see, they wear masks now. I don't know how long this mask shit gonna last, but if you can, always say, yeah, you got a booger in your nose, sweetheart.
Oh, something in your eye.
Women always know a booger in your nose.
No, I'm talking about with the mask. With the mask now.
Every time. It'd be like, oh my God, excuse me. Somebody gonna feel a hair or a flake or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. Zena,
I call her darling or dear.
Yeah, trying to play the old lady and shit. It's something about
I do that too. I'm like, thank you, sweetheart. And I go,
y'all never ran into a light-skinned motherfucker like me because I'm in the old lady.
But you know what?
Women, so call me darling. I'm imagining my balls being held gently. That's what the fuck I'm imagining.
You know what, though?
You gonna kiss me and give me a cocktail at the end of the night.
Growing up, because I was tall, I always looked older than I was. So I will always be careful not to lie about my age, just to not put myself in wild situations. Do you know how much I lie about my age now?
Now, hey, look. Now, that's a good point. I was getting ready to get to that. Is there a certain point?
Like what?
Hey, Star, is there a certain point?
That I am older than I am.
Okay.
So that they would get out of my face. Like the 20.
I do that too. I do that too.
I'd be like, boy, I got kids older than you. I'll lie quick.
I do up my age. I will up my age.
Yes, I up my age all the time.
Okay, but as y'all are getting older, the oven is getting hotter. Okay, so we know this. Women are way more sexually active the older they get, right? So is there ever a certain point? Because I've always wondered this, and I always wanted to discuss this. Is there ever a point where women realize that their value sexually and attractiveness goes down? And this is pre-Kevin Son. This is something that I've always wanted to know. I've always wanted to know, do women go through that milestone where they're just like, fuck, you like, I may not have it anymore. So a smile or, a youngin' trying to flirt with you actually is a compliment at that point. Do y'all feel like that's about to happen? Or do you ever fear that day?
I don't look for attention. So no, I don't fear that. I'm sure it's bound to happen where a guy walk past me and just don't even see me. I'm not worried about that. But I'm sure, a lot of people, especially people who's used to getting attention, I'm pretty sure that is a fear.
Yeah, I think that's probably a problem for them. When I was coming up, I was like Wheezy. I didn't like all the extra attention.
I really
I
didn't.
was a
I
big
hated it.
ball, and I got along with all the boys. I liked to
Hated
play
it.
football and basketball with them and all that other stuff too. But that's because you felt safer once you became one of their friends. When
Okay.
you put yourself into the homie category
Mhm.
and you're no longer immediately fuckable to the
Mhm.
boys, you feel safer. You know, they
Mhm.
start treating you like the little sister or the homie, and you know, they telling dudes that ain't shit, you know, no, get out her face. Like, you just feel more protected. So now I don't care if I don't get any attention because I was never seeking it in the first place.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little bit different because when I would still be the homie, quote unquote, it was always sexual passes sometimes with me. And a lot of the reasons why I was so defensive because grown men were coming after me.
Yeah,
It
that's
wasn't
always
always, it started, I was like 10, between 10 and 12, walking down Nanny Hella Burroughs Avenue, and this old ass man told me to call him when I turned 18. So it's
yeah,
like I've been getting that type of attention since I was a little girl. And so for me, I just was like, look, no,
Mm.
you know,
yeah.
I was always tomboyish anyway, but just that was more so of just me trying to make myself less attractive. And
Yeah.
it still didn't work.
I think subconsciously that's the thought process to a lot of women coming up, if you want to be honest, because the whole being less attractive, it's not so much as you wanting to be less attractive, because attractiveness is an adult trait. It's more so, can I make myself more invisible? Because that's exactly how I felt. I was 12 years old. I went to Patterson Elementary and I lived on First in Chesapeake, Southeast.
Okay.
At 12 years old, I was tall, I had a shape, and I used to come home crying because grown men would follow me home. Like, that's back when the Murrays was right there on South Capitol Street. So all they used to do is stand there all day long and get drunk. Literally to the point that my stepfather had to quit one job and find another one that would allow him to be home in the afternoons, because I kept coming home and having to call him and tell him that there's a grown ass man older than him banging on the front door because I won't let him in the apartment. Like, literally, I honestly can't tell you how many times my stepfather had to run up on a grown man and stick a gun in his face about messing with me after I've clearly told him that I'm a child.
Wow.
So that's like a very impressionable, very scary age. And that's usually where male attention starts, because you start coming into your womanhood. So I think
Mine started
everyone has that thought
early.
of being invisible. Yeah.
Sounds
Mine
like
started
y'all
really
both
early.
sound like the bearer of burden. You know what I mean?
Well,
Now,
no, I learned from that, and I think because I went through that and know how to deal with that, I'm good now. Like, I'll have a whole conversation with men all day long, and
Yeah.
whether they found me attractive at first, I kind of, because we talk, kind of pull it away from you wanting to fuck me. That, hey, you have good conversation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you
Or
learn how to
it'll make
do
them
that.
want
You
you
know what I'm
more
saying?
because they see you have a brain.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I also know how to sway that too. Well, thank you. Have a good day. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. But that's
And-
how you learn. That's literally the age where you mentally, whether you know it or not, decide what type of woman you're going to be. How you respond to that pressure early on really does determine what type of woman you're going to be. You know, did you like that attention? Is it something that you want more of? Did it frighten you? Did you shun away from it? Like, literally, that's the formative years of how you're going to perceive and deal with men later on in life.
And so nowadays we have it to where women are supposedly, they call it being empowered. Okay, using their sexuality to their advantage at a very young fucking age. How do y'all guys feel about that? Like, how do y'all feel about that viewpoint from young girls, up and till about, I would give them about 21. How do y'all feel about that?
I can speak for me. From that age to 21, I realized that I really didn't know shit about life.
Gotcha.
You feel where I come from? I knew that I was now old enough to go to the bar and buy my own drinks or whatever. And, when they ask for my ID, I can give it to them proudly because I'm old enough. But that's really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thankfully, I had, schooling early on that taught about, balancing a checkbook and credit, you know, the things that actually is going to matter to your adult life. Hey, quick. But but either way, after I became grown, working in strip clubs and stuff, what I've noticed is the ages that we were discussing. Like say, I think the youngest I saw was 13, and she looked every bit of 25. But 13 to 17 is the age where they start coming into the strip clubs. So, you know, if they liked, you know, that attention that we were discussing earlier, then they're going to start acting upon stuff like that earlier as well. So I think that's the difference that the everyday person doesn't get to see. The people that don't hang out in that setting or don't come to that setting, or, you know, just choose to not deal with that lifestyle at all, that's the things that they miss out on. And I know I used to go to Baltimore a lot, and those were really, really young girls and runaways walking the streets. So
as a man, go ahead, Frank.
Oh, okay. What I was going to say was, I think the world is confusing using your sexuality with your femininity. There's a difference, and we're not supposed to use and broadcast our sexuality to get ahead and get what we want. We're supposed to access and utilize our femininity. The feminine part of you is actually your softer, more welcoming part. And you don't have to sexualize or over sexualize yourself to get the attention or to get ahead or to get somebody to talk to you. Because if you just come how you are, you don't come aggressive, you don't come with an attitude, because there's a difference in aggressive and assertiveness. There's a difference between having an attitude and speaking for yourself. I think what the problem is, we have put out there, society and adults, you know, people around, that you have to show stuff to get what you want, when that's not what it is. Gotcha. When in actuality, all you have to do is be yourself and be open and be free and not have an attitude, and you can get what you want that way.
Now, this is the perfect segue, because we got to touch on this really quickly. We can run over just a little bit, okay? How about there's people out here that think that couples should have a cheat day and nobody comes home and talks about it? Ladies, go. Just stop. Let's go. Let's get it. Because
I mean, you want my honest opinion, I'm for whatever keeps the relationship healthy. Like I said, once again, that's an individualized situation. If that's something that the two of you are into, and that's something that you both can fully agree upon, and I say that because oftentimes, you know, in a relationship, you'll tell somebody yes when you're really not feeling it, and that's where the problems start. You feel me? If a woman is not with that, then she needs to be honest about that. If a man is not with that, he needs to be honest about that. But if that's something that you both agree upon and it's going to keep your relationship happy and y'all are good, why not? Like I told y'all, I'm a lot more easygoing than is expected of women. I don't care. You feel me? Like what matters is how you treat me. Are you hurting me? You know, can we grow together? Can we build something together? All the other little stuff can be worked out like a lot simpler. That's how I feel about that. Like I don't care one way or the other.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, they out here. They talking about it, bro. That more falls along the line. But see, polyamory would be telling the truth. That would be a situation where everybody's in agreement that, okay, you go out with this guy, I have to meet him first. I've been in that situation. I've been the guy that the husband had to meet. You know what I mean? So I've been in that situation. It's really fucking uncomfortable, but it is what it is. Phoenix.
That's more so of an open relationship. They're saying a cheat day, but that honestly is an open relationship. If you can sit and agree to say, okay, look, I'm going to go sleep with somebody else once a month. You basically have an open relationship. About it.
I got to cut you off right there. They cannot discuss it after or when it's about to happen.
Okay, but that's still an open relationship.
I got a different opinion of that, Weez. When you finish, I want to go.
Okay, but in a way, that's still an open relationship because you still are going to sleep with somebody, whether or not you're having a conversation or not. An open relationship, yeah, you know that this person is sleeping with somebody else and you're able to speak with somebody else if you so choose or have a whole relationship, that's still an open relationship. So I'm not sure. I've never been in that situation. I don't know. But honesty is always best. And like I agree with Star, you got to make sure that you're down with it. So
now, what I wanted to say, I don't take that as an open relationship at all. An open relationship is completely different. Like, for example, the whole Will Smith, Jada situation or whatever. With the August Alsina situation, Will said that they were separated at the time, but it's been a long-standing rumor that Will's best friend Heidi, the white lady that goes on trips with him, is his side piece. That's an open relationship. Y'all knowingly have other relationships going on. A cheat day is just that. That's a pleasurable night.
But this is a continuous thing. It's happening every month. That's an opening in your relationship, whether or not you talk about what happens or not.
Okay, but this was not about frequency, so we're not sure exactly.
No, but it did say every month.
Okay, so once a month. Okay, so once a month.
Right, but that's the point. It's not. I don't consider that to be an open relationship, though, because let's be honest. What if in January the person that you had your cheat day with is not the same person that you had your cheat day with in December, and it's not going to be the same person in February? You feel where I'm coming from? An open relationship is just more involved. You're more invested in an open relationship. You might as well be saying we're dating and we're not exclusive for it to be an open relationship. Just a cheat day is just that. You might not even use that cheat day. You feel me? You might go to the spa that day. Like, I don't need no sex from nobody else. Like, a cheat day is just that. I think it's just a way of keeping the peace, kinda, if you want me to be honest, because I don't think everybody involved is always going to be okay with that decision. So that means you're essentially agreeing to this just to keep your partner satisfied or sated or whatever. I just think it's different than an open relationship.
Gotcha. Now, amongst women, and hold on, let me bring up Zena's comment real quick. She was like, what happens when one person never does it and the other person does it all the time? Shit can get real, right? So it's funny because I'm talking to two queens. We have a queen on here talking to us. Is there something? Don't women like more variety than men, or are men just, you know what I'm saying? Is would this be for men? This situation right here ideal for men, or would it be for women?
I think it'll be more so for the man. Some women, yes, but for the most part, we usually just want the person we're with. Not saying that we don't cheat, because we do. But for the most part, as a woman, once they're with you, they want to be with you. If they are just really into you, that's the case. But for the most part, this type of thing would usually be for the man.
I think it would be for the man. When I was, in my younger days or whatever, me and my significant other of that time used to be on the swinger circuit a lot. And I was usually the one that would find the parties. And it was because I enjoyed watching him run around like a kid in a candy store. Most times I'm drinking, sitting in the corner, eating fruit. I very, very rarely participated at all, but I literally was taking him, and because I like watching him have a good time. He running around like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I'm with the woman I love and she letting me run around with all these different, and she right here, so I ain't got to hide it. Like, it just heightened the experience for him. For me,
that's the reason why they wanted to pop a baby in your ass. You ain't gonna run around this motherfucker telling me you gonna watch me bust something, and I don't want to have no baby with you, nigga. You're mine. You heard me? You are mine.
That's what it is. We found the golden ticket. That's what it is.
You are mine. But
I think because she's more real. She's very realistic and just realistic. And more accepting of the realism. So I get it.
Shit just got real, y'all. Because I mean, real talk. A lot of these situations do seem like it's geared more towards men because men can handle the fact. Now, let me ask you this, Star, before we get off here, is that when he did come home to you, wasn't the sex off the chain? Way better than any performance that he gave to any woman that you saw him do, right? He probably had anxiety. His dick probably shrunk like 2 inches because he knew she was watching. Like, I can't give her the full everything. I can't give her all of me.
No, I think it probably was a situation of that nervousness, maybe the first time, like, oh, I think she's trying to test me. Let me see how to, but after a while, he got used to it. And I mean, I used to do wild stuff like that anyway, though. Like my birthday one year, he came home from work and it was already a female there and in the bed. And I'm just like, yeah, let's, happy birthday to me. So it's just, I don't know.
We found out. Go ahead, please, by all means, continue. Sorry.
Nothing. I was gonna say, I think it's more so, in this day and age, it's hard to find somebody that gives unconditional love. But first, you have to understand what that even means. You feel me? It's being not selfish and putting yourself to the side in a lot of situations and finding enjoyment in making your partner happy. There's not a lot of that these days now. So I don't know. Maybe that is why somebody wanted to leave me with a baby.
Would the dynamic change, ladies? We got to hurry up and we 10 minutes over. Would it change the dynamic if the man actually fell in love emotionally or just was emotionally attached to the actual other female or the cheat partner? If he had a consistent cheat partner, right, that you knew about, is it different between him having a random cheat partner once a month and the same cheat partner every month?
Yeah, that is a difference. That's different.
Yeah, that makes all the difference in the world.
Because that's the same as a woman doing it.
It becomes an open relationship. You're invested in that person. That's something altogether different. It's not the same.
But I remember women always talking about they would love to know the woman. Of course, women are very, intuitive as is, right? But
we want to know we want to know who you cheat with or whatever, because we need to know what it is about this woman that drew you to her and what is so different from us. That's what it is.
But that would be this. But see, that's the stipulation, is that both parties, even the women, you know what I mean? Even the women, you cannot talk about it afterwards.
I don't need to know. I don't want to know. Just be safe and make sure she's respectful. If she coming up to me in the mall and I beat her ass, you better have my bail money. What was her name? Megan from Bad Girls Club. We were talking about it on the last show. She's on the show now, something Queens. And she said, I believe in respectful cheating. Y'all remember we talked about that? Correct. She said, what was her rules again? Don't get the woman pregnant. Make sure she don't
bring any STDs and something.
Right. Don't bring no STDs. Don't embarrass me and put your business on Front Street.
That's
I agree with those rules, because if rule number one is what is it? Take care of home. No, that's 2. Rule number 1 is self-preservation. Rule number 2 is take care of home. If I'm home, then I would be you, right? Because we are one. So 1 and 2 kind of go hand in hand. And that's why a lot of my relationships ended, because those rules got broken. You got females, enjoying you sexually so good and you talking all crazy in their ear that now they feel like they can approach me, but I'm supposed to be in the wife's seat. I ain't having none of that.
Gotcha.
And then the question lies, would those same rules apply if a woman was doing the very same thing?
See,
I would hope so, but that's not really.
This is the kicker. Now, see, this is the kicker right here, because men are totally different in our thinking. We're totally different. Now, just like I just said, the scenario is if the man had one consistent partner, then you know that a man that has one consistent sexual partner outside, you know what I'm saying? It's probably love. It's probably, you know what I'm saying? Like it's feelings there. You know what I mean? To want to desire that person outside of their relationship, when usually it would be hit and run. You know what I mean? It would be random. You know what I mean? So no, we don't do random drive-bys for the most part. Seriously, if you ask a lot of men, our one night stands are very far and few in between. It may have happened maybe on one hand. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 5 times out of a whole male's lifetime that we've had a one night stand, because women have to be trusting of a man usually. You know what I'm saying? For him to enter, you know what I'm saying, her pearly gates. But then on top of that, the man just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, as a man, you're already a threat. Y'all grew up with men being aggressive. women usually when they cheat or when they do sleep with somebody, it's an emotional involvement and or a security thing. So they know this person, they're very familiar with this man, so they give him a try. You dig what I'm saying? So compared to men, if we're consistent with another lover outside of it, 9 times out of 10, we are into that woman. You dig what I'm saying? But one night stands and being able to cheat every week and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go out here and find something. That's not how life works for men. That's not how it works. And I'm gonna put this out there for us. We can go all the way out of the fucking country, okay? All the way out of the country and have the worst time of our lives and be like, yeah, I wish our girl was it. Like, I wish my woman was it. Because it's usually you're in a new area, a new place, you're a new face. You know what I'm saying? You're not the norm. So no, you stick out like a sore thumb, especially from the East Coast going to the West Coast. You ain't got no tans, motherfucker. We are all pale in comparison to everybody out there. Okay. So women really want to trust a man. So it's very rare that we go out of town and it's just this big wild event and all this shit. Even for bachelor parties, it's very weak, very meager. But women have the cream of the crop. Y'all choose, okay? Y'all choose sexually who you want to invite into your abode. So I think that we take it a lot more. I think men take it a lot more personal when it comes to women because y'all have those options. Men have options, but we got to work for them motherfuckers, okay? We got to work like shit to have options. It's got to be love there, trust there, whoop-de-whoop, blah, blah, blah. Unless you ratchet and you paying with the 40. Now, $40 nowadays, especially with the gas prices getting high, fellas, you probably can get a whole lot for more bang for your buck, everybody. So we already hit to the 40. And on that note, any closing
it might
arguments?
go up to 60 now. Y'all might have to dig a little bit deeper.
Whole time.
Inflation is a motherfucker.
Yes, the crab legs cost nowadays. You hear me? You gotta get
crab legs.
That's what drives the economy is the crab legs. I have noticed this. When crab legs are in season, something changes in women. You hear me saying? Lobster, all this stuff, it changes everything. You dig what I'm saying? They up there fighting Ariel and shit for the love of her life and everything in the sea, man. But it's all
irritating.
So, so closing points, because this is both sides of the coin. And ladies, I have really enjoyed this dialogue between the two of you. It is good to be in a sandwich, okay?
Ain't it always good to be in a sandwich?
Yeah, because me usually tomorrow me and Star might scissor everybody. You might want to pay attention. I'm trying. You never know. We mentally scissor. It's very different. We're different. Okay, we're different. Okay, and then sometimes Star and Phoenix scissor. They be in that joint Chinese finger traps. Okay, but anyway, before we close,
I would hate to know what his dreams is like. Oh my God,
I can only imagine.
I'm an older male now. My dreams are really not that sexual anymore. You know what I dream about? You really want to know what I dream about?
McDonald's.
A massage. I want a back massage. I don't give a fuck.
You know what? I dream like that too now. I be like, yo, I just want to, in my dream, I just be wanting to sleep.
Yes.
I just don't want to be bothered. In my dream, people come get my kids and let me be. Oh my gosh.
Now my reality, that's a different story, everybody. Everybody knows. Now you don't have to come on the show tomorrow for us to understand that. But my reality is a different story. It's a lot of Pornhub involved, and my favorite, lotion.
Lord mercy.
Okay.
OMG.
But ladies, before
I thought you like dry rub.
You know what? Dry rub is, you know why? You know, hey, look, you an asshole for bringing that back up. But yes, dry rub, fellas, if you don't want your woman to think that you're cheating on them with Palmelina, okay? Raw dog your shit. Do not use lotion. You don't want to be desensitized to the feeling of wetness and creaminess. Okay, I can't believe I'm using this type of verbiage.
What's better, lotion or Vaseline?
Yeah. Hey, listen. Don't use no lubrication whatsoever. No, don't even spit in your palm. You better rub one out and be mad at yourself. Okay. I look at myself with disgust after I'm done. It's like, why did I do this shit? It does not feel right. Okay, it's a little tight, but it ain't right. You get what I'm saying? It's like having period sex. It's like having period sex. But ladies, I want y'all to go ahead and close out, man. What are y'all viewpoints, both sides of the coin? Just Star, let's go ahead and go with it.
My viewpoint is always what it's always been. Honesty is the best policy, period. In every situation, if you don't lie today, you ain't got to remember to lie tomorrow.
For sure. And where can they find you at, Star?
The nearest brothel, smacking, clapping asses.
That's why they don't want to leave. You asshole, man. Amen.
I'm a hype woman.
Amen. If you ever see Star, don't eat her out. Because if you touch that small clit, you have just sucked a mini dick, yeah. Because she got balls, yeah. You hear what I'm saying? You better watch that woman, man. But we rather enjoyed you, Star, man. Hey, look, thank you so much.
Thank you, honey.
You did.
Hey, thank you.
Most definitely. Phoenix, what's good?
I'm good. How are you? I'm going to tell everybody. I really don't have no closing statements. I agree with Star. Be honest. Be free. Stop playing games for real. Just be honest. But honestly, you can find me at the Blue Phoenix on Facebook and the Blue Phoenix Hills on Instagram.
Man, and of course, we are all 3/5 of the No Filter Show airing tomorrow live.
3/5.
You dig? You understand me? At 8:30 p.m., man. Hey, look, this has been dope. I love y'all. Man, we out of here, y'all.